As the year 2026 starts, what are some of the things that you think we should be very intentional about for our growth?
Intentionality. It reminds me of Les Brown. Les Brown once said he had an acronym which he called OQPT, only quality people. And this is what we need to have in this 2026. You know, you are directly proportional to the people you keep around you.
Yes.
And there is that saying that a candle does not lose its light by lighting other candles. Now, the question is, what candle is lighting you? Or what candle are you
Are you
lighting?
lighting?
So the type of people you keep around will determine how long you walk or how fast you walk. Because think about it this way. We have three kinds of people. The first kind of people are the people who don't care.
Yes.
They are blown away by the winds. If it's NRM coming, they go to the rally. If it's DP, go to the rally. If NUP, go to the rally. They don't have any sense of direction. And some of us keep those people in our circles. So we end up having no sense of direction. The second kind of people are those people that get up each and every morning to complain and to blame. Oh, this didn't happen. My parents, my family, my blah, blah, blah. They're always pointing fingers at each and everyone and about everything. And those people also pull you back because you end up complaining and blaming as well. And the third category of people are the most dangerous. We call them daydreamers. They dream at night, get up in the morning to implement what they dreamt. They are so practical. And these are kind of people that will tell you point blank. You know, for us, the Vachiga, we say we are very point blank, right? So if you're doing something bad, they'll tell you this is bad.
Yes.
If they do something good, they'll tell you this is good. They'll tell you, I don't like this, I like this. And those are kind of people that we need to keep ourselves with because they check us. They become accountable to us. We become accountable to us. In that journey, now we start moving to grow onto that we want to achieve.
You're saying, and it makes a lot of sense because you see what they also tell us about social capital, the power of social capital, the people you keep around yourself, the networks, and how they'll lead you far. But what would you, what advice would you give someone who has been in a particular circle but has now outgrown that circle because she or he is moving at a certain pace, but the people that you grew up with, you know, we usually think now this is my childhood friend, I cannot leave them behind and all, but then the people are not feeding into you. There are those friends sometimes you have around and they're just taking away from you, they're not feeding into you. What do you advise someone who is in such a dilemma? I'm surrounded myself with people, but then I have outgrown them, if I could say.
They say if you find yourself being the smartest in the group, you have to exit because you're being worshipped. You're like the savior, you're like the Messiah. So everybody's looking up to you. And remember, we are not heroes. We need people to push us. You've heard the story of the naked king.
Yes.
Who got naked, and among his subordinates and his advisors, nobody was willing to tell him he was naked until a madman along the street met and told king, hey, you're not putting on nothing. Yet the people who were around him all kept quiet.
Yes.
So if you find you are the smartest in the room, exit. The second thing is that we have had this cliche, your network is your network. It's a cliche. It is your net worth. How many people do you have in your phone?
I can't even.
More than 1,000.
Yes.
But how many people, if I'm to ask you, JK, how many people would you call now and tell that you need 1 million and they wire it without asking? How many people out there will mention you when you're not in the room?
Yes.
So it's not how many people you know.
It's the quality.
It is the quality, only quality people. The people that will mention your name when you're not in the room. The people will tell you that you are naked when actually you are naked. The people that will weave to make you better because they know as they make you better, just like the candle, they also become better. Now, it goes back to the question, how do I handle a situation where I've outgrown my friends?
The people around you.
You need to be careful because when you just think you've outgrown your friends and jump out, they will think negative about you.
Yes, and that is that's what usually affects people. In most cases, you keep thinking these people are going to think I left them because I have made money or because I'm successful, so I am not being a good friend. And yet, in most cases, it's not the case. You actually meet with them and you don't have conversations to talk about because you have outgrown the conversations that they are talking about. And even when you try to change them by sharing what you're talking about, to them now you're boring because they're not on the same page with you. So you're not speaking the same language. So you find that you stop fitting. I'll give you an example. You're a young girl, a young boy, you've just finished university, and all you do now is bar hopping. And then you reach a point, you've gotten a job, you want to get married, you want to start a family, so you're bettering yourself.
How do you get rid of those bar hopping friends of yours that you had?
Yes. Now they start calling you. There's Progi here. Where are you? But then your thinking is now different. I have maybe a wife at home. We have a baby. I have a report to make. I have a meeting tomorrow. But then they are used to the other JK who used to hop bar to bar because the next day I had nothing much to do. Now, how do I uproot myself from such a group without them thinking, hey, now because JK thinks she's getting married, she cannot hang with us. Now because JK thinks she has a better job, you know, she thinks she does not fit in. How do I deal with that?
Now you need to know, you already know maybe your vision, your goals, and your objective, and the people around you. Now the way you jump out of that group determines how you keep relating with them. Because as they say, there is no inferior person. Thinking makes it so. The person you think is inferior tomorrow will be the person who may connect you to someone. Yes. We have seen it happening. Now, when you climb into the ladder of greatness or success, they say the people you meet in that space are on the same ladder.
Yes.
Now, what you want or have to do is that you try to pull, but you know you're pulling a dead rope, right? For example, maybe you've gotten a good job now, you have the money, now you have your friends that you used to hang out with bar hopping. Now, look for the most expensive bar in Kampala and call them. Chances are...
That means the bill will be on you.
Which is very fine. Remember, you're trying to get ways on how to get rid of them not being offended. Now, if you call 5, I can assure you, 2 will come.
Will show up.
Because already they know how expensive it is. And when they come, you buy 1 drink.
And most likely they'll get bored.
They'll get bored. The next time you call them, they ain't coming. But the people you're having and meeting in that same place are the people that you're on the same level.
Yes.
So one, you need to, we call it the pull end. Pull them, give them opportunity. But now, the conversation you have should change the narrative. If you were talking about men and talking about women and talking about alcohol, now you talk about your vision, you talk about your goals, you talk about your objectives, you talk about your success. They'll say you're bragging. Yes, you are, because you're moving on a level of which they're not. Now, the second is, now you need to put up some space and meet them at their comfort. Not necessarily in the bar. Maybe used to bar hop every Friday. Get a Saturday and you're like, guys, you know what? We're catching up. I'm inviting you here. Keep in contact, but don't lose touch or don't be involved so much. By the time you know it, nature has its own way of playing circumstances. Yes. You'll find people start to drop off when you least expect it.
Without you offending anyone.
The science is very easy. When you study the military, they tell you the radar, the only network that picks the radar is the network on the radar. Right?
Yes.
So as you grow, you meet people that you relate with, that you connect with, that are on the same journey with you. Don't be stuck with the people that you have been with. Because once you stay there, then you're pulling back yourself. And that won't help you grow. So you need to, as I said, choice is the most important thing. Choose only quality people, know your vision, know your goal, and remember that a candle does not lose its brightness by lighting another candle. Always look back and see whom can
I pull out. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that very insightful conversation. And my message to you out there who is watching, as the year 2026 starts out, evaluate the people around you. Who are your friends? But do not just abandon these people because you're growing. Try to pull them up with you. Unless someone really fails and you find them pulling you down, then you can let go. But try and empower others, like Dr. told us, try and light other candles so that we grow together. My name is Judith Kakuze. Thank you.